So as you all know, I want to see Sabrina command that point guard position and just be in control of the point guard position, because that is what is going to get us through the playoffs. If Sabrina isn't able to command and hold her own at the PG position, we're going to have a rough playoff run. Okay, so here we are driving against Tiffany Hayes. Tiffany Hayes cuts us off. I want to see a little bit more composure here by Sabrina, because one, she should be assessing this. She just got cut off. There is no rush. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. You haven't reversed the ball. You haven't switched sides of the court. So there is no rush. Tiffany Hayes cuts you off. But the spacing here is horrible. So Sabrina should be assessing this. Okay, tip, cut you off. Just reassess, because the spacing is bad. You got Kelsey Plum, Tiffany Hayes in front of you, Gustafson right at the top of the key. You got Alicia Clark face guarding Stewie. So the spacing is bad. So just bring the ball back out, reset the offense. All right, we're trying to drive past Tiffany Hayes now, and we do the cardinal Sabrina sin where we pick up the ball. Now, if you've been on this channel, you know I hate when Sabrina picks up the ball. I hate when most players pick up the ball. All right, keep dribbling. When you keep your dribble alive, it keeps the pressure on the defense, especially when you're the guard. When you're already the guard and the ball's put in your hands, keep dribbling. All right. There's no such thing as over dribbling unless you're dribbling without a purpose. Now, Sabrina cradles the ball from the 3-point line. There are no options at this point. Like, she's basically been forced into a tough shot, right? 17 seconds left on the shot clock, and we're picking the ball up at the 3-point line. So we throw up some BS, it goes in, but this is just horrible offense. Here we're running a pick and roll with JJ. So give it off to JJ. And this little V cut, this little half cut action, this is important. One. So I want you to notice what Sabrina's doing here. This kind of feeds into what I've been saying in the past couple videos, but Sabrina watches the ball on offense a lot. Like a lot. So most things are telegraphed, right? So the V cut here is important. The little half cut just to get Jackie Young to bite a little bit. Those things are important no matter who the defender is, because that can be the difference maker between how big your window is to operate your next offensive option, if that makes sense, right? But if you pay attention to Sab here, look where her head is most of this play. One, she gives the ball off to JJ, and she's already looking at JJ. Now, if we were to make this little half cut more effective, we'd start looking at Leone in the corner before we begin our cut up to JJ, right? So we're already kind of telegraphing our movements, if you will, just because our eyes have not left the ball. So we all know you can ball watch on defense, but you can ball watch on offense as well. So here Sabrina comes off, and watch where her head is again. Now she's already received the ball and she's coming off a screen. Her goal here should be to seal off Jackie Young. So it's a decent screen by JJ, but look at how Jackie Young basically uses JJ to slingshot her way back into the play, right? So the first thing is we don't want to allow our primary defender back into the play. We feel that she goes over the screen. She could go under the screen here, but she goes over. So Sabrina's first read should be to keep Jackie Young out of the play. So seal her off of this little handoff with JJ, right? So we come off this, and because we don't seal, Jackie Young is able to get a little deflection, a little type Drew Holiday deflection, where they slingshot off of the big that had the screen set on them, and then they're able to get their hand into the passing lane to stop this pocket pass. Now, Sabrina's next read should be Asia Wilson, but again, that doesn't matter because she has not taken her first primary defender, Jackie Young, out of the play. So she tries to throw this pass, and it results in a turnover. I already explained that a lot of the time, I'm not sure if Sabrina understands like what she's doing out there, what she needs to be doing, and what she can do. And you know, this defensive possession kind of sums this up, right? So Sabrina gets crossed onto Kia Stokes. Kia Stokes comes up to set a screen on Leone Phoebus, right, for Jackie Young. Jackie Young comes off of the screen. Now, I can't explain what Sabrina does here, but I can only try to help fix it, right? Now, one, our options right here are pick up Jackie Young coming off of the screen, let Leone basically do what Jackie Young did the previous possession, slingshot off of the big and try to get back in front of him. if Sab picks up Jackie Young here, Leonie could switch on to Kia Stokes. Leonie isn't short. She's 6'3", 6'4". You have JJ in the paint as well, who is able to step over, maybe deter that pass to Kia Stokes. Sab, for some reason, just plants both feet right in front of Jackie Young, damn near right in front of Leonie, and doesn't do anything, and just stands there. So I'm not sure if this I'm not sure if they go over this in film, but I'm not really sure what this move is. Now, Jackie Young misses this pass to Kia Stokes, but 9 times out of 10 that's a layup. So I'm not sure what that is. I can only try to help fix it. Sab here either has to pick up Jackie Young or stunt and recover and play that line with Kia Stokes. So she's stunting at Jackie Young, but she's also backing up to Kia Stokes and making sure Leonie has some sort of chance to get back in front of Jackie. So Sabrina gets the ball here. I'm still not sure what she's looking at. Skips. Now here comes the screen from JJ. So Sab has this bad habit of going too early on screen. Well, one, she has a bad habit of skipping too. She really needs to eliminate. Coach Sandy needs to run a practice where every time Sab skips with the ball, it's a turnover, because all it's doing is allowing defenders to get back into the play. Now, Sab also has a bad habit of going too early on screens. Not saying that it's a bad thing to go early on screens. Sometimes it works, but most of the time you're kind of setting up your big to get an offensive foul, and you're messing up the spacing. Either way, we go off. Sab sets up for a 3-point shot. Now, this is the wrong pick and roll read, right? Sab can definitely make this shot, but this is the wrong read. Why? The pocket pass we were trying to make earlier to JJ is there. Kelsey Plum as a primary defender is now out of the play. So this pass needs to be a pocket pass to JJ. What is our read? As I said in previous videos, once you get rid of that primary defender, you have a new primary defender, right? A'ja Wilson is now the primary defender, and the secondary defenders are basically 2 feet out of the paint. Right, so as we come off of the screen, this is what we should be scanning. This is what we should be reading. If A'ja Wilson commits to me, I can either drive past her, or I have the easy pocket pass to JJ for open lane drive layup, right? If A'ja Wilson backs up, I'm shooting this 3. If A'ja Wilson staggers and stunts and tries to stunt at me, stunt at JJ, I'm walking her down all the way into the paint. If I go up with the layup, I miss. JJ most likely is there for the offensive rebound since A'ja was contesting. This does not have to be a 3-point shot. And this probably shouldn't be a 3-point shot. Not saying you can't make this, but this is not the right option. This is not the correct read. Amazingly, we get the ball back, but watch our offensive reads again. So Sab catches here on the wing. We have JJ right there in the paint, Chelsea Gray's on her, and we have KT in the corner right here. This pass should be zipped to one of these 2 options. I don't think you can go wrong here. You have an open 3 or an open layup with JJ. Maybe half contest by Chelsea Gray, right? Instead, we sit on the ball, we raise the ball above our head, and we're all over the place with the ball. There's no reason to hesitate here. This should be a fired pass to KT in the corner or a pass straight up to JJ in the paint, right? Instead, we're all over the place with the ball. We give KT a bad pass, we get it back, and we jack a 3. That's just bad offense. That's horrible offense. Now, understand, I don't do these scouting videos to just nitpick at every player's lapse, because it's basketball. You're going to have lapses in the game. But when those lapses kind of intersect with the basic fundamentals or the basic principles of your offense or your defense, that's what I try to take a look at here. So in this play, Sabrina gets beat backdoor by Tiffany Hayes. Now, that's not, my problem isn't Sab getting beat backdoor by Tiffany Hayes, right? It's a lapse, it can happen, it's basketball, right? But if your principles, if your defensive discipline, if your understanding of defense was where it was supposed to be, the backdoor doesn't even happen in the first place, right? So here's Chelsea Gray on the same side of the court with Sabrina, right? Being guarded by Jonquil Jones. Sabrina's guarding Tip in the corner. Sabrina is butt to baseline as if she's in help side defense, right? The ball is on the same side of the court. So one, Sab is already in the wrong defensive position. She shouldn't be guarding this like she's in help. The ball is on the same side of the court. And look at Sab. It's like she's playing weak side help defense. butt to baseline, feet pointing towards the ball. That's great if you're in help side, but not if you're on the same side of the ball. She is one pass away. Yes, you could be see ball, see man, but what we're trying to be is we're trying to be in the gaps here. So we're trying to keep Tiffany Hayes in front of us, keep maybe one arm in that passing lane so we don't get cut, so we don't get beat backdoor, right? So now Chelsea Gray goes away, but understand Chelsea Gray's in the middle of the paint. She is still one pass away. So again, we still shouldn't even be in see ball, see man. We should just be guarding our man, right? So now we're still in this help side defense. We ball watch, boom, backdoor cut, Tip misses the easy layup. Again, this is where Sabrina struggles. It's just offensive IQ, but I don't think it's anything that's too complex to learn, right? So here's Sab at the top of the key. Now, Sab, again, likes to leave early before the screen's set, but someone has to go over these reads with Sab in film. Like, give her a multiple choice test or something. Like, teach her what her reads, ask her what her reads should be in this moment, right? I don't know if that's happening, but again, now Stewie has Alicia Clark on her, okay? Alicia Clark be pushing Stewie all over the place. I don't know what that's about, but Stewie, goddamn. Alicia Clark be bodying Stewie, basically. All right, so in the back of our mind, before we even move, if we're going to go to the left side of the floor, right, we should have in our mind that Las Vegas is hard hedging. So one, it should be a red flag if we're thinking let's go left anyway, right? Because Las Vegas is hard hedging and you're dribbling toward another virtual defender in the sideline. But okay, let's say we want to go left. If we want to go left, if we want this pick and roll to be strong side, we have to make sure Slew and Kelsey Plum are clear of that side of the court. So we're sending them to the weak side. So Stu and you are free to run the pick and roll, right? So we don't do this. We leave early. Once again, we leave early. And when you leave early, a lot of the time, your spacing is messed up. So one, even if you were to turn the corner here against Alicia Clark, you still have Kelsey Plum and Slew in the way, right? So now we turn the corner early. Alicia Clark hops out, hard hedges, and we pick up the ball. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Bad offensive possession again. All right, we're at the end of the quarter here. We're about to run another high screen pick and roll with JJ, right? But this time JJ slips the screen, basically gives a fake screen, and Sab basically has Kelsey Plum now on her hip, right? And we're trying to bait the foul, and we launch another three again. Here's the thing. These refs, WNBA refs, they're not good. I don't know where the WNBA gets these refs, but there are refs literally in college, in women's college basketball, that are better than WNBA refs. So right off the bat, we shouldn't be baiting a three-point shot anyway, because if you haven't noticed, this sideline ref is sleep, okay? And this is where playing experience comes into play. This is not the body language of a ref that's paying attention. And ref on baseline, I see you too. You sleep as well. So you got two refs knocked out on the court, okay? So we shouldn't be baiting this shot anyway, because we have better options, okay? We get rid of Kelsey Plum as our primary defender. Who is our next primary defender? It's Chelsea Gray. So we're going to be reading Chelsea Gray. Notice we are on the 3-point line, and Chelsea Gray has stepped to us because she anticipated that we already beat Kelsey Plum. So now she's thinking she has to help. If we're reading our options properly, if we're reading Chelsea Gray, we understand our best option is Stewie here in the corner. Kayla is setting a strong side hammer for her. And if we understood our options a little bit earlier, Leonie should be cutting to the hoop. So there are so many options here. We don't have to bait this foul. This is not the best shot we can get. Chelsea Gray has committed to the ball, and you haven't even passed the 3-point line yet. Easy pass to Stewie in the corner for an open three.